It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
And hello, 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 hello. Hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey. What's your tea? What's your tea? What is your tea, honey? It's another glorious day, my darlings, and you know what time it is, honey, so I'm sure you have all of your crumpets together, my darling, because it's time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings. With Big Meats. What's happening? What is happening in all of your worlds, my darling? Child, it's been a very, very interesting week since we were last together, right? And I've been saddened. I have been just all over the place emotionally. You know, I am, wow, I'm just in a state. You know, the last 72 hours, honey, have just been unbelievably just devastating as far as death and stuff is concerned. We've lost, 3 people immediately, like back to back. And the world, is in controversy over one, because of what it is. But I do want to pay homage to those who have walked this earth before us and those who have just recently passed. And I'm speaking of news anchor Bernard Shaw. For those of y'all who don't remember him, he was on ABC News. He was a black guy. Bernard was just everything, honey. He was very, very distinguished and all of those things, honey. He became the first black guy to do CNN. I think the one that probably hurt me most is comedian David A. Arnold. Y'all know last week I just told y'all that we had just got through watching his comedy specials on Netflix. And I was sending out an invitation because I was getting him to come to the show and hopefully, excuse me. We were, I was looking forward to bringing him onto the show and things of that nature so that we can have a good time with him and to get into his psyche and to understand a few things about him. There was some stuff that had come out in this particular special that I didn't know about him. I remember the days because I've been following him for a long time. In fact, his entire career. I love the cadence in his voice. His voice was always that. He sounded like like an educated black white guy, but hood. He like I just loved his stance and how he would just approach life and carry it on. His brand of comedy was very, very, very storytelling-ish, and things that he was very real. I just loved who he was. And I never got a chance to meet him face to face, of course, but I was looking forward to at least seeing if we could get him to come on the show. I was just drafting everything, and it ended up that we were not able to do that because he passed, only 54 years old, child. So that's I'm 52. My road dog is 54. So we in the same. That's us. That's my age bracket. That's my peers. And it's like, damn. That just took me up out of here for a second. I was like, wow, I just don't believe that. That it happened, and he was just on the come up of his career. For those of y'all, he has a Disney special. Is it Disney or Nickelodeon? That girl Lele. He was the creator and the writer of that. I've never watched it, so it's a kid show. So I don't know. I never watched that, but he was the writer and creator of that. So he had a coin coming in from that and doing his thing with the comedy specials and carried on, and he was on tour. He was doing, I think he had a 4-month tour or something like that. They were saying he was really, 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 really picking up and going to do the thing. And damn, And then of course, the story that's capturing the world is the Queen Elizabeth has gone on to glory, child. So now she's gone, and that means that Charles is now becoming king. So it's King Charles now, no longer Prince. And carrying on. So now Prince William and where Harry's no longer, he denounced his crown, or his title rather. So now Charles, and then William is next in line, and carrying on. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning. It just started coming over me. But we have all of that to contend with right now, and the world is upset about it. I'm listening to folks who are complaining and in their feelings about what it is to talk about the Queen or whatever, and Black folks are upset. Why are you so invested in this? This ain't got nothing to do with you. And I'm not necessarily on that boat, but I am on the side of, why are we as Americans taking so much time to make this a news story, honey, when she didn't have any rule over us? In fact, her role as a diplomat, really, she was just a monarch and basically the face of everything. It was the prime ministers and carrying on that did all the decision making and carrying on. So, we have a vested interest in all of this. And sometimes I've been listening to folks, and a lot of folks think it might be a little premature or just absolutely unnecessary. I won't say it's unnecessary, but I think that, a lot of our news coverage and carrying on, we have spent so much time on her to where here they gave Bernard Shaw just a little blurb, honey. I heard about it, and I didn't realize he had passed. I just heard them talking about him. And I still have not heard anybody talk about David Arnold, within a story, not just in passing. Only people who have talked about it have been, us, folks like us, the bloggers and the podcasters and carrying on. We're the ones talking about it. Regular news, I have not heard it on anybody's news, except, well, let me say BET, but that's all digital. See, that's social media. They're the ones who are covering it. I haven't heard TMZ. I haven't heard anybody yet. So, that there is where we are. So, what are your thoughts on all of this, children? Because right now we are just in a state of, I'm going to call it minding everybody else's business but our own, because what's going on here with the Queen and things, that's somebody else's. We know that all those who are up under her rule and stuff, they were going to have issues, and they were going to be this, that, and other, and carrying on. So, that there is that, but I just don't know exactly what is it that we're going to do or how to move forward from all this, because she's got to lay it takes 10 days before they're able to do the next coronation and all this, that, and the third, and blah, the yakety. And now Carolyn, Miss Williams' wife, she now becomes the Princess of Wales, okay, the title that Diana had, So very interesting how all this is playing out, you know. So that there is that. Yeah, I'm readjusting in this damn chair, child, because I'm like, okay. Uh, Anywho, I haven't found the right chair yet. Um, so that there is that. So we're dealing with that. Today is also the 3rd anniversary of the passing of one of my sons. Y'all see that? Yeah. Oh, Grayland, honey. This is one of my kids. Um, and it I was looking at his obituary last night, and it didn't, you know, I knew the date was coming. I haven't been paying attention to the dates, but to have his obituary, I was like, and what threw me off of it was that it's sitting there, and it's just like him looking at me, just staring at me. I'm like, hey, baby, what's going on? So, you know, I talk with him and carrying on, and I miss him and things, and our arguments and carrying on, because I called him my wayward child, honey. He was my son that after he done realized, honey, that he was grown, you know, you know how kids that don't like to listen to their parents, they can't wait till they get grown, and when they leave and only show up when it's time for Christmas and birthdays and all that kind of stuff. Well, he was that particular child. Okay, we got into a nice hard disagreement, and then he went on and he didn't cut me off per se, but he went on to go do him and carrying on and found a new family and all that kind of jazz, and wanted to go travel and all because he was mad at me. So he would sit down and he would, you know, call me when he needed to, you know. And then there were some things that he was keeping from me that got back to me and carrying on. So then I know, you get your ass over here because we need to talk. And so when he came over, you know, we had a heart to heart and this, that, and the other. But and he and Kiera's now, of course, him being older than Kiera's, he saw Kiera's as the baby brother. And when I tell you the way how they were arguing, like how they were arguing, how it would get on my nerves. And Graylin was always talking about, see, y'all take up for him. Y'all just let this boy get away with anything. Oh, he used to. And this half up here talking about, so y'all did, you really did. No, we did not. No, we did not. We did not. And carrying on, honey. Everybody, see, they always talking about everybody always get away with not. Now, you know, you want to hear something funny? Everybody who say, oh, you let him get, they say the same thing about everybody else. Everybody else say the same thing about that. I don't see how you put up with all that. You just let that child do anything. All the time, every one of my kids say the same thing about the other one. And when they try to gang up, you know, they don't necessarily gang up per se, but it's all, y'all just let this one. Okay. Hush up and let me handle this, okay? Because I got to handle y'all differently. See, what work with you don't work with this one. I got to deal with this one this way. Okay, what work with this one, honey, don't work with that one over there, because that one I'm going to have to knock upside the goddamn head, okay? So all of my kids are different, honey. All of my children, which they're different people. They ain't the same person. But I miss my baby, honey. I miss my baby. I miss my babies. All of my babies, honey. I just miss all of my babies. All of my babies. All of my babies, honey. And you know, one that I haven't talked about in a while. Most of y'all don't know him. My very first child that was killed. He was killed back in what was that, 1998. He was found dead in his apartment. His boyfriend at the time, honey, had strangled him, and that hurt me. That hurt me very deeply, very, very deeply, because Paige didn't want us to meet the guy, because, you know, in alphabet world, honey, we have this thing, child, where we get a husband or whatever. We don't bring the husband around nobody until after we done solidified the relationship, because we always think everybody's trying to steal my husband, somebody trying to steal my man, somebody trying to. And Paige did that. So I had never seen this boy. I don't know who he was or whatever the case may be. And yeah, he ended up killing my baby and strangled him and left him in his apartment. And one of my other kids, Miss Chris kept calling me that day, and she's like, "Mama, have you heard from Paige?" I said, "No, Paige was supposed to meet me, and this child ain't answering his phone." I said, "No, but Paige ain't called over here, child. I ain't heard from him for a minute." And Chris said, "Well, I'm gonna go over to his house because we supposed to be meeting up, and that's not him. Like him to call me." And so when Chris went over there to the apartment complex, he said, "I kept smelling this odor, and I thought it was somebody else in there and in the apartment, and he thought it was like trash or whatever." He said, "But it got foul. It was just real foul." And when they realized it was coming from my son's apartment, he went to go get the manager. And that's how they were able to get in. And they found my baby. He was decomposing and everything. And it was just absolutely ridiculous. I didn't see that because, you know, they had to call the coroners and all of that. And when I got that information, you know, Chris called me frantic, of course, and this, that, and the other. And yeah, but they ended up catching the guy. And I didn't go down to the court. I couldn't be in the courtroom or whatever. I just couldn't. I was 28 at the time, and my temper, had I been in that courtroom, my temper would not have been constrained enough to not want to hit that man or do anything. I couldn't have done it, and I was just so mortified. I was paralyzed and could not go down into the courtroom. But I did find out that he had got a life sentence, and things still don't know what he looked like or whatever. So yeah, that there is that. So, you know, I got three of my kids have gone on and become one of the ancestors and things. So in this state of mourning and things, like I said, we're entertainment world have, you know, we done lost, and you know, the three people that I just named: Bernard Shaw, David A. Arnold, comedian, and Queen Elizabeth, honey. So in that spirit of wanting to say hey to the ancestors, honey, I do need a libation, and I can pour libations for them and honor all of those who have walked and who are amongst us in spirit and in truth. You know, the best way to keep them alive, honey, is to always celebrate them and share their stories and share their memories, and, you know, let everybody know what their legacy is or was or whatever, you know, how they've touched you and what they have done to contribute to the world today, honey. So, yeah. It's rough, honey. So I have just been in that particular state. And like my road dog in New York, you know, he's you know, both of us were co-parenting, if you will. So, you know, all our kids, they had two daddies, you know. Well, my kids down here in Atlanta, my Detroit kids, they didn't have all of that. But my Atlanta kids, most of them, you know, we had the two daddies. Well, these two particularly, because Jeff was like, no, he couldn't do it. After dealing with this, he said, I can't do all that. So that wasn't his thing. But this here was how we were able to move forward. So celebrating the lives of everyone. And now that's going to drive me to have a cocktail, child. So I'm going to do that in just a few moments. As a matter of fact, darling, give me one of those Sunny D's and come hand me this vodka right here. And get my Wonder Woman goblet, honey. So, yeah, that's going to be that, honey. Usually I take...
That's not me. That's not me.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm finna go to blow this motherfucker up.
Not me this time.
God damn it. Now, one thing I do not like. Why would anybody leave a goddamn empty motherfucking bottle up here?
I call you. Because you asked me about drinking this. I will always call you.
Give me that bottle. See, this is the stupid shit that makes me motherfucking mad. Okay? I don't mind you drinking. But damn it, don't drink up all my shit and then go leave the motherfucking empty bottle up here as if something is in it. Y'all hear me just ask for my shit. Now my shit is gone and I can't enjoy my shit because somebody else done goddamn drank it. Put that in the goddamn garbage. Make no motherfucking sense. Shit. And then and not that it's gone, shit, you left the goddamn bottle there. Oh my God, today. See that
What is this?
not what I want. Anywho, look in the cabinet and bring me the damn. Give me the wine. Just give me the wine out the cabinet. Huh? Which one? What? Y'all excuse me for a minute. God damn it, that just pissed me the fuck off. Yeah. Hand me the cork. No, that's the twist top. That's fine. Give it here. I didn't tell you to open it. Hand me my glass. The Wonder Woman goblet. This is barefoot, y'all. That's why it's a twist cap for those of y'all who trying to get in my business. But oh, it's cheap. You're goddamn right, but it's good.
Want to put that back?
No. No, this is gonna hold this.
Oh, it's gone.
This is gonna take all of this. Anywho, all right. All right, let me get back into this show. God damn it, I just got pissed all the way the fuck off. Shit. Let's go there. Fuck it, we're gonna make a show out of it. Because what gets on my nerves, when folks take your kindness for weakness, and it's just across the board, I'm not putting this in at anybody specifically, but right now, because I'm in this state, it's just that it gets on my nerves. Okay, when we go through and you do and you do and you do and you do and you do, right? You make sure you accommodate for everybody. You try to make sure that everybody else, you don't want to ruffle feathers and carry it on, because when folks are on down on their luck or whatever, what my goal, I can't speak for everybody else, my goal is to make sure that we give them a step up. You know what I'm saying? They're already down. Ain't no need of kicking them and carrying on and making them feel like shit, because they're already down, right? So when you start to give them the tools, help show them the tools that they already have. See, that's the other thing. Most of the time, you don't have to give tools. Show them that they already got an arsenal in their own toolbox, right? When you show them how to use the tools that they have to build and to get together and this, that, and the other, then it becomes okay. But then they motherfuckers start to smell their ass and give it to you to kiss, as if you're supposed to just kiss their ass because of what the situation is. And see, that's the part that pisses me off. See, a lot of times I'm more quiet than what I should be, because I don't want the confrontation, and then it becomes the whole, oh, you only doing this because you know my situation bullshit. No, I'm doing this because motherfucking well, you dead ass wrong. How in the fuck you gonna come in and commandeer somebody else's shit? It ain't yours. I say make yourself at home, yes, but what the fuck is this? Because it's not. I kept saying I'm going to get some wood furniture, Y'all know that lawn furniture that you get? And as soon as your ass start hurting, when you're trying to get up, you go, ooh, that means it's time for you to take your ass home. Okay? I said, ooh, okay. That was a healthy swig. I know that, but that was healthy because that's going to hit soon. Okay. Because it's not chilled. And, you know, chilled wine usually takes a little longer to set, right? Because you taste the sweetness and everything. This wasn't chilled. Okay, let's go hit on that swig, okay? No. So cute. But child, yeah, I have had a number of people over the course of my life who have done that. You know, the part that usually gets me is those who feel as though I'm supposed to do it. You know, I've had people in my house, honey, the House of Divinity, who have come through, and child, when I tell you they want to give me their whole ass to kiss, and thought that I wasn't supposed to get mad about it. They thought that I was just supposed to take it. They thought that I would never say anything about it. And then the day that I blow up, now it's my fault, you know, or I'm wrong. Really? Let's rethink that. And usually when I do that, I say, okay, wait a minute, hold up. And I start going through, I'm like, let's redo that. Okay. I wouldn't be mad if you had not ... And I done told you ... But what did you decide to do? You decided to do this, and this. Everything I said don't do to keep me from hearing my mouth. You say you don't like hearing my motherfucking mouth, but yet you do the shit that you know you're going to hear my mouth about. So either you want me to whoop your ass eventually, or you on your way the fuck up out of here. So before I catch a case and kick your ass, let me just put you out the door. Oh, why it got to be like that? And right there is where my fists go in, and I either hit somebody in the chest or in their motherfucking mouth. Right there. Because now what you're not going to do is try to second guess me in mine. And especially when I don't ask you for no motherfucking rent. And even if I did, bitch, I only asked you for a portion of what? Because hell, you can't stay nowhere for free. And we ain't fucking. And even if we were, honey, you're going to pay something. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am. You know, and yeah, I get criticized a lot. Everybody tell me I'm crazy and this, that, and the other. But okay, I am. So what? Okay. At the same time, when it pisses me off, it just pisses me the fuck off. I don't have to ask for shit in my own goddamn house. Anywho, I'm waiting to see if my co-host gonna come up in here. I don't know if they're gonna make it tonight. Y'all know Nikki's still, she's back in Philly now, honey. So she's with the training and everything with American Airlines, and we're trying to see what's going on in her world. But in the meantime and in between time, since I'm pissed, let me start here with this shit and with the show. Okay. This here came to me. It came off of Instagram, but it's a TikTok. And warning, this is some trigger shit, because one of the things that I've been asking, we are 6 months away from being in 2023. Okay. And a lot of y'all out here, y'all power to the people, children, and carrying on, or well, no, let me correct that. It ain't the power to the people, children. It is the black conservative children. And those of y'all who think that, you know, we too busy being victims and carrying on, who don't believe that systemic racism still exists and carried on, and that white folks don't have the best interests of black folks. And every time we start saying that, y'all want to believe is bullshit talk. But if it's bullshit talk, why does shit like this continue to happen? This is brand new.
Hey, today we're making
niggers.
First we have black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty black.
Yeah. Next we have don't have a dad.
Don't have a dad? Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have eat watermelon and fried chicken.
Fried chicken and watermelon? Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's yeah.
Next one is make good choices. Let's see.
There's nothing there. Next we have rob people.
Specifically whites. Yeah, they do that.
Last one is
Go to jail?
Yeah. Now, those are high school children, okay? Those are high schoolers, okay? Those are high schoolers. They put that up on their TikTok. Okay. Now, I'm assuming because this came from Sean King. I was on Instagram and Sean King had posted this. And it was a repost from somebody else. So I'm like, okay, interesting. TikTok is really, 3 years old? So let's say, even if it wasn't today, TikTok is relatively new. Okay, so in this day and age, we still dealing with this type of bullshit and carrying on. And you want to believe, or those who feel as though systemic racism and that white folks ain't that way to blacks, y'all still want to believe this bullshit. Let's unpack this, shall we? Okay. I don't care how much of a joke this was. It says that today we are making niggers. So now they're adding ingredients. Now, so you check this, right? And how interesting that this is shit that they're pouring down the drain. Okay. So you're making niggers, and the first thing you said was, or the first ingredient was black. The second ingredient was they don't have a dad. The third ingredient was eats watermelon and fried chicken. The fourth ingredient, which was not an ingredient, did y'all catch that? It's it's nothing there. Makes good decisions. So there was nothing that they could add there because there was nothing in the ingredient cup. Okay. The next ingredient was robs people. And then the dudes said, especially whites. Okay. And then, of course, the last ingredient goes to jail. And of course, they had to add. So that's why he turns on the water to add and fill the cup up to add more water. Yeah. And we want to believe what in this particular day and age? Huh? We want to question how or why black folks, use the narrative of racism and carrying on. When you want to sit up here and talk about opportunities and this, that, and the other, but yet we still see the evidence of children being raised or at least having an atmosphere where this kind of activity is being promoted, encouraged, sustained. Okay. Now, I have no backstory or whatever. I don't know where it comes from, per se, outside of TikTok and Instagram. I don't know what happened to the children once this had become exposed. I don't have a clue as to what's what. Okay, but right now, we just have that. That video was from a few years ago. Okay, that's cute. Okay, that's cute. So it's from a few years ago. All right. Well, it's resurfacing now. So now what are we talking about now? Give me some backstory on that road if you got it. Because if that's from a few years ago, this is the first time that I'm seeing it. So now let's have a bigger discussion. Because see, now we are here in this particular day and age because we see that shit that happened years ago is coming back to haunt folks now. We're in a society now that we just don't want to leave shit alone. We don't want to let people have a past. We don't want to let people sit down there and say, oh, that was the old me. I've evolved. I've changed. That's no longer my thought processes and carrying on. We see what we do with comedians and carrying on. We are there in this particular shit. You see what's going on with Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears and carrying on. Everybody jump into this. Oh my God, that's disgusting. All that. And nobody is taking into consideration the time that it was in, what's going on, whatever, answering the right questions. Nobody's looking into that. All we got is the salaciousness of it. And then everybody's reacted based off of emotion. Okay, what is this? Hold on. They are saying that about us, but the same thing can apply to them as well. Of course, darling. Of course, people are people. Everything that we're experiencing in this particular life, honey, is not necessarily exclusive to one race or one classification of people. People are people. Okay, we have it all the time. And as like I told y'all last week, the thing of it is that devastates us is the fact that we get into places and situations to where, culturally speaking, we've accepted this to say, Black folks are what this is what Black folks do. Black folks always say, "Oh, well, I'm not doing that." Black folks don't do that kind of stuff. No, you just ain't been around the kind of Black folks that do that kind of stuff, or you ain't been around the kind of white folks that do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We sit up there and let activities or whatever sit up there and try to dictate culture. Okay, when you talk about snorkeling and things of that nature, we attribute that to white folks shit. When I know there's some Blacks that love to scuba dive and carrying on. Hell, those who are in the military, who Navy SEALs training and carrying on, they love the deep sea dive and carrying on to go treasure hunting and all that kind of jazz. You know what I'm saying? Hell, look, y'all didn't think that tennis was a Black person's game, and who we call the greatest of all time, Miss Serena. Okay, and Venus. Okay. Arthur Ashe. Okay, what's Althea's last name? Althea, was it Gibson? Althea Gibson or Ford? Okay, you understand? So we have a number of things to where we have allowed culture to dictate what each specific ethnicity type is supposed to be going through all of this. Thank you, baby. Althea Gibson. All right, thank you. Okay. So we have a number of things that's going on, so that seems to be the bigger discussion, because if that's from a few years ago, it still got the same sting and the same bite that it had when it was first posted. You know what I'm saying? In fact, maybe even more than, because we're in such a sensitive world right now to where it is ridiculous. Come on in here, Red. I see you. What's up?
Oh, not a thing. Is that libation?
Yes, it is. I had to get my wine because, goddamn it, I went to go grab my fucking vodka, and somebody drank all my damn vodka, but left the motherfucking bottle sitting here as if.
Why you act like you don't know who's doing that? Come on, man.
As if.
You want me to make a cocktail for you? Put it in the vodka bottle.
I threw the bottle away because I'm pissed because, see, it's not the fact that you drank it, goddammit. The fact of it is that you left the bottle here as if like nothing is going on, and because I don't drink it at a time, or because I take my time drinking my own shit, that I wasn't gonna miss it. Or eventually somebody was going to say something, right?
Let me explain something to you about Hennessy bottles full of cooking oil.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. And Karo syrup in a vodka bottle.
Right.
I'm just saying. For those other people's stuff.
So, be that as it may. People love being stereotyped, believing stereotypes about us, and the majority of us are not even those stereotypes they call us. I know, but see, the whole thing about stereotypes is just that.
Who is us?
Okay. Well, I'm sure she's talking about us as Black folks. Did you see the clip, the video?
No, man, I was busy. I had got.
Let me replay it so you can be up to speed.
I had gotten an assignment.
Hey, today we're making
niggers.
First we have black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty black.
Yeah. Next we have don't have a dad.
Don't have a dad? Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have eat watermelon and fried chicken.
Fried chicken,
Yeah.
watermelon? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
that's yeah.
Next one is make good choices. Let's see.
There's nothing there. Next we have rob people.
Specifically whites. Yeah, they do that.
Last one is
Go to jail?
Right. Okay. Right.
Stereotypical nonsense that fascinated to the world. Not you understand fascinated means it's a doggone. That is a cherry bomb for fascinated people.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that right there is based on what we allow society to think of us. We got to stop making jokes out of ourselves when it comes to that type of stuff.
Right.
The minute we stop joking, the minute people stop, getting comfortable in a negative, negative side.
Okay.
It's like okay, I don't know. And I meant to tell you to pull that clip of that guy going around. He think it's funny, but he's walking
the
up.
white guy calling everybody boy.
Boy, yeah, he think that's funny.
Why did I know you were gonna say that? Because I was gonna pull that. And there was a couple times he about to get his ass knocked.
But what you don't understand is what gets under my skin about that is I have drugged somebody in a QT for that same thing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he can that white guy can tell you every label on a candy bar in QT because I drug him all the way down the rack.
Okay.
I beat him quick, good, and fast. Threw my 20 on the counter and told him what pumped my gas and took off.
Right. Okay.
But when he hit that thing and Snickers and Reese's Cups went to flying everywhere,
right,
the store started clearing out. But I was one too many boys.
We don't play that.
And I'm sitting here like, oh, you all are entertaining the humor?
Right. But let me ask this. You know what? Let me come to you from this particular angle. Because you're a comedian and you know what it is to be at the mic. Okay.
This is true. Ask your mother.
When we go to racial epithets, like you said, because we make light of it and make jokes about it. But when we reinforce the stereotypes in our comedy or whatever, is it comedic integrity? Or are we just placating and bringing out the Sambos in everybody?
Okay. I'm going to tell you the difference between a joke teller, a comedian, and a host.
Oh, give it. Right. Uh-huh.
All right. A joke teller will come give you a scenario, a scientific story about real life.
Right.
Some type of comedic spirit within it.
Right.
Okay. A comedian is going to give you a different angle of light on the truth.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Right. Exactly.
And a host is only going to punchline warm you up.
Right.
Okay. So me on the comedian side, I can stand there and I'm gonna tell you where the stereotypical information and the jokes and the stories come from. It's based on your demographics. You have to be so skillful that when the curtain comes up and you turn and look at 25,000 people in front of you,
right,
you have 15 seconds to assess the percentage of what the ratio is in that building.
Right. Okay. Okay.
You feel me? You got 15 seconds to know that there's more white people or more black people in that building. The minute, boom.
Right.
You know when they go on and they shaking their cognac glass, right?
Right. Exactly.
I'm finna give y'all the game now. See, I'm letting the secret out.
Right. Come on, cause yeah.
When you see most comedians and they shaking that cognac glass in their hand and everything, or whatever they drinking is in their hand, the jokes is in the glass. You have to take your eyesight off of the crowd in front of you and look into the spirits of the liquor to find your.
Right. Right.
It comes in. Yeah, people don't know that's a true comedian. If you ever see Red Fox, all of them, they have their beverage in their hand. You see, you know what I'm saying? You got the cocktail, you got the ones that's holding the wine glass and they swish it around while they're talking. It's because they're searching for the next story to connect, like a segue to the next part.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so me personally, okay, matter of fact, what was that next? Pennsylvania, the other Pennsylvania, not the regular one. Yeah. Anyway, I was in Pennsylvania. Right.
He said,
yeah.
The regular Pennsylvania, not the other one.
Right. Look, that's how you gotta. But you gotta know how to do that. You understand what I'm saying right there? You gotta know how to do that.
Right.
Now, anybody who lives in those two states. Anybody who lives in those two states know that was a racial joke.
Right.
Okay, so look. I went out there. Okay, I always get there early. We got there early. We checked in the hotel. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they pay for our hotel. They pay for our food. They pay for our travel. Okay. So we decided to walk the downtown area. I saw no melatonin in the downtown area ever. We were staying. Our hotel was a really nice place. It's kind of like the donut factory. It was in the middle of downtown.
Okay.
Had a big ballroom in it where the show was at.
Right.
Like a Baby Fox theater. Okay. So I'm looking around and I kept noticing every time I want to get something to eat because we were there a little early. But every time I walk into some place, like the music stopped.
Oh,
no,
okay, right.
No, thank you. Okay. I would act like I'm looking at the menu and then I would leave.
Okay.
Finally, place that I thought was something you couldn't mess up. It was pizza.
Right. Dig it. Okay. Right. Okay.
Unfortunately, I was wrong. The pizza was messed up.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, yeah. The pizza was messed up, like trying to get fried chicken from Aunt B's house. Okay. But look, here it is. Finally, when the show comes, because we went and ordered, had somebody go get us some regular stuff. You can't mess up McDonald's. We got that.
Okay.
So we did that. Now it's time to get dressed because the show is coming up that evening.
Right.
So everybody getting suited and booted because we was, it was the guy, the kings of comedy type stuff. Okay.
Okay.
I step out there. Now my intro music when I'm on the road doing that, you know what I'm saying, when Ice Cream do booking, my intro music is Before I Let Go, the old school.
Okay.
So it's dun 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 dun, you know what I'm saying? I come out there, I'm dancing. I'm like, everybody get up, everybody up dancing. I got them on their feet before I even start, right?
Right.
Turn and I look at the mic. I look out at the crowd. And when I looked out in the crowd, after all day of seeing no melatonin, the whole place had sunburn.
Oh. Hush, Jack.
And I looked because I had made friends with the off-duty sheriff that was doing security at the front. And he was, he was one of those Gomer Piles, right?
Oh, not Gomer.
But he was a traveling man. So we had something to talk about.
Okay.
So me and him got real cool. So when I hit stage, I turned around and looked and saw all my relatives from all the motherland.
Okay. Okay.
Couldn't even start my set. The first thing I said was, "Where you niggas live at?"
Right. Right.
And they fell out laughing because they know they are segregated there, and they know
Right.
the black area away. So they drive into the shows and get on back to their area.
Okay. Okay.
Know that.
Okay. Right.
I said, and I told him, I said, "I'm sorry, but I was around here sweating." I said, "I didn't know what to think of." I said, "The only brother that I done met since I've been here is my man up there working security." They turned around and saw him sitting there looking like Gomer Powell. They just cracked over that.
Right. Right. Right.
But therefore, I was able to do the nigga thing or be able to crack joke, and I can talk about, you know what I'm saying, the
Right.
lights out, and daddy standing there looking at the mama like, "Didn't you pay the bill?" knowing she gave the money to him. You know, I could talk about that type of stuff.
Right.
But had it been in reverse,
Right.
I would have had to come out there another way. But see, it's a way to do it without offending people.
Okay. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's a way to do it without doing the sample. You don't have to go, "Yes, sir, boss." All you have to do is have some knowledge of their community, because everybody has something regular. The truth is funny. So everybody has something in the household that's funny. Because if it was in reverse, all I had to do was start talking about, like, do you brush your teeth before or after you tongue kiss the dog? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I really want to know, because we don't do that in my community. And they're going to think it's all funny because all of them kiss their dog in the mouth.
Okay.
But see, that's not Samboing. I'm not out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not doing all that, you know. And that's the comedic part of it. But at the end of the day, like I said, you have to be able to doggone understand your demographics immediately when you hit the stage, in order for it not to be that.
Okay.
So basically, that's what it's based on. And everybody think it's easy, but let me tell you something. It's not easy.
Oh no.
It's not easy.
No.
Everybody thinks you can do. "Oh, I can do that," and when you get up there, it's cricket.
Right. No, because listen, I'm not a stand-up at all. Okay. And I thought about going to take some classes for it or whatever, because everybody keep talking about, "Oh, Todd, you so funny, you so funny." I'm like, no, I'm just me, you know, and carrying on. But I'm not a stand-up comedian, honey. And I've been to comedy clubs or whatever.
Right.
I'm never going up there open mic because shit, I don't tell jokes, you know.
And I didn't do, like we had that show. I didn't do comedy. I did hosting.
Right.
When I got up there, I shot shots, jabs, and punchlines.
Right.
And got business.
Right. Which is what I've been an MC.
And that's where you do the shots, jabs.
You know, I've been an MC or whatever and carrying on, and even then I tell them I'm not a comedian or whatever. I'm just vibing with my crowd, trying to keep them hype, okay, for the show.
Because the only thing that night is when I went into asking about the roles.
Right.
And what put the signature on that joke was the young lady to my left and the 3 tables back. When I said the roles, she jumped up like she had it stuck in her pants.
Right.
Oh, I got one of those. And I was like, okay, and there you have it. I don't have to say nothing else.
I ain't said nothing else. Okay, right. Testimonial. Thank you. Okay, thank you for the testimonial service. Okay. Okay, sister done testify, honey. We could listen. Give me some shout music, honey. And we can do this thing, you know. But it's interesting. I wanted to go there with that particular question because, you know, I'm sure that this particular thing would try to, you know, I'm sure whatever it was, because Rose said this was a few years ago. But it was on TikTok, okay? And even still, they're probably trying to come across as this was a joke. This is us making fun. And the question becomes, okay, what brand of comedy is this? And even with this being a few years ago, we're in this culture now to where shit that didn't happen from 20 years ago, 30 years ago, with comedians are resurfacing. You know, with everybody now. You know, you done did this, and oh God, you done did that. Even with Agent Orange, when they talking about how he discriminated against the family, you know, the black family in his apartment complex, that was so many years ago. You know, but to their point was he remained consistent with that since then, over them 30 years, which made the argument relevant.
Right.
What's happening with everybody else is that they've changed and evolved and this, that, and the other within that time period to where you know went back and got some shit that didn't happen so long ago. That would be like now.
But see, what they doing is raise their numbers. They don't care about what the content is.
Right. Right.
They
Right.
chasing numbers, and they don't care what type of negativity or what type of algorithms they stirring up when they do it. So,
Okay.
you know, people, and then the person doing it probably should be the most embarrassing. It's always something that on that ignorant level.
Right. Okay.
Most embarrassing doing it.
All right. Let's go here. Let's go here because have you watched Honk for Jesus yet?
Do what for Jesus?
Honk. Honk your horn. Honk for Jesus.
No, you know what? I was watching some interview, and they and from the words he said to me, I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's streaming on Peacock right now, and it's free. If y'all got Peacock, go. I just watched it last night.
Yeah, I did. I meant to tell about my loving wife that we need to watch that.
Now,
Honk for Jesus.
Okay, here's what this is, because after watching it, I'm trying not to give it any. Well, no, because it's not about a spoiler alert or whatever. What I am going to say is this: this here is Regina Hall's time. Regina Hall has been in the game for years,
Right.
But this role right here, should do for her what Jerry Maguire did for Regina King,
right?
What Girl Trip did for Tiffany Haddish. This role right here, my God, today, when I tell you this girl is absolutely excellent in this role, I mean it. And then on top of it, now what we got is that folks are coming across with the whole, this is the Eddie Long story. Okay. And carrying on. I'm going to say, no, I don't think it's the Eddie Long story. What I think is that it has been inspired by the Eddie Long scandal and carrying on. At the same time, the way how this movie is operating, or the way how they're telling the story, you are really getting this from a first lady's point of view.
Right.
Okay. When I tell you Regina Hall is the motherfucking ingenious in this, okay, you ain't watching this, so I can't go into it like I want to.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you.
I tell you what, you go ahead and talk to them, hit me in the doggone thing, and I'll come back. I want to see it. Because from when I watched that interview, I need to see it.
There's a scene in there I can't wait for you to get to, child, because when you get there, you know it. Because I hollered. Baby, when I tell you I hollered.
You howl. You got holler.
You
howl. You howl.
Hey.
Listen.
Hey, get your set in order, man.
Okay. Right. I know, yeah, I get everybody over here who think they're part of the damn show, child. So, you know. Everybody. That there, child, listen, it was absolutely, yeah. Okay. If Regina doesn't get an Academy Award, it's time to go on stage and slap somebody. At least to nominate. This here, I'm telling you, this girl is absolutely fantastic.
So the reason I'm so adamant about I want to sit down and watch it and really watch it. But I said when I seen the interview I was looking at, I was like, I need to watch that with my wife. But right, you understand what I'm saying? I need to watch that with my wife. But
Hell yeah.
But what I was getting at is this. I knew that it was a tattletale movie too. So I said that's why I wanted to be subjects that we both see at the same time.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this prior to you watching it, and then you tell me what your result, after. Prior to watching it, what she's what First Lady is going through in this, I don't believe that your ego will allow you to take her through that.
Right.
If this were you and Cupcake, I don't see you being this type of person to take her through that. Okay? I don't see it.
Right.
Okay. However, power is very intoxicating. Okay. Power.
Now here's the crazy thing. An offbeat interview that I saw, which is a little podcast. Why did they say that same statement you just made?
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Okay. Power is very intoxicating, honey. And there's some things in here to where, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my, yeah. There's some things in here that once you see it, we'll get into it. Okay, we'll get into it.
That'll be our mission tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But those of y'all who have seen it already, I was gonna say we'll do it tomorrow, but tomorrow I gotta take a gig tomorrow, honey. It's a private gig, honey. So I gotta go make this little coin. Okay.
Let me watch. Let me watch tomorrow, and then we segue on the Sunday when you come out.
Yeah. It's very thought-provoking. Oh, honey, completely. Ah, you like the shirt? Okay, the brownie woman. Okay, yes, honey, Miss Jamie Summers, child. Jamie Summers, honey.
EB, what's up?
Okay. So it's very telling. But in lieu of that, let me segue into this because most of y'all haven't seen this one because right now you have to buy it. And I bought it because I bought the first one. And I bought the first one because I told you, the movie Uncle Tom, okay? And this here is not the Uncle Tom's Cabin or whatever that talks about who Josiah Jensen is all the Henson or Jensen is about. What's his real name? What's the I'm fucking up the name. It's Josiah Henson, I believe. Henderson, Henson, Jensen, him. Okay. Everybody love to use the term, oh, he ain't nothing but an Uncle Tom. And it's the wrong term. Okay. Because the real Uncle Tom was not the sidestepping, running, telling, and carrying on, kissing the white folk ass. That's Sambo.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Okay. However, because we have gotten so inoculated to calling folks an Uncle Tom, okay, this particular movie is about that. And what it is, it's a political movie. It's a documentary basically about Black Republicans and Black conservatives. Okay. And I'm saying Black Republicans like that because eventually they end up trying to talk about it becomes about political parties. If they had left it them being just conservatives and left it with their conservative ideas, that would have been one thing. But when they start talking about what the Democrats this and Democrats that, then it just became Black Republicans, and that's where they lost me. Okay. Not Uncle Herschel.
Wow.
Not Uncle Herschel.
Wow.
Not Uncle Herschel. Did you just say Uncle Herschel?
Oh my God.
Okay, I was gonna say Uncle Ruckus. Speaking of, wait a minute. Let me play this because I'm here. I didn't load this. Give me a second to load this clip, y'all, because that just reminded me of this clip that I want to play.
Okay.
Okay, it just reminded me of the clip. Okay, and hold on, I got to make sure I get the right one, Chad. I've been trying to post little clips and stuff, and I got a lot of smut on my little thing, child. Okay. And I can't post that up here because they'll block me for real. Okay. Because it's very explicit. Okay. But this here, I'm going to play it once because I'm sure this has a copyright on it. So I'm going to have to go in and take this out. Okay. But if you're not watching live and if it's not here when you come to in the rebroadcast, then you're going to miss it. And all I'm going to say is, go find it on YouTube because this is up on YouTube. You're talking about the whole premise of Uncle Ruckus and this whole thing about the Uncle Tom thing that I'm trying to get into with this movie. But let me play this clip first because this is interesting.
Father was a loser, even by loser Negro standards. Yes, mister?
Why you frolicking in the damn field? Frolic your ass to the store and get me some beer, nigga.
He was miserable, just for the sake of being miserable. But what I remember most was his unwarranted hatred of the white man.
Damn crackers. Black men can't get ahead for nothing.
I remember him making me feel very ashamed for my very own whiteness.
I hate all these white.
But Mom, I'm white.
Daddy's just upset, baby, because he's lazy and the white man makes him work hard.
I had two younger brothers, my brother Darrell and my other brother Darrell. But Mister always seemed to single me out the worst. I would get beaten for anything.
Nigga, did you just break that vase?
Sweet Lord have mercy, my baby!
Just having fun with off limits in Mister's house.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
Sweet Lord have mercy, my baby!
Every day, he reminded me of what a failure I was going to be.
Mister, I want to be a doctor when I grow up.
Nigga, did I just catch you wanting to be?
Sweet Lord have mercy, my baby!
My darling adopted Negro mother, who I loved almost like she was white, did the best she could.
Now don't you listen to him, Uncle. You ain't no worthless nigga. Deep down in your heart, you always have to believe that you are special.
She made sure I knew all my white history.
Mama, who's George Washington Carver?
He's the man responsible for more peanut allergy deaths than anyone who ever lived. Baby, why don't we read about Eli Whitney instead? He invented the cotton gin. He was a great white man, just like you.
Many a night, I dreamed about my biological father returning to take me away to white people land, but it never happened. When I thought it couldn't get no worse, my grandmama showed up at the doorstep.
I'm dying.
She was the only person I ever met more miserable than my daddy.
Ugh, look at you. Didn't I tell you you wasn't gonna be with your stupid, ugly wife and your stupid, ugly cheerings? I can't wait to die so I don't have to look at your ugly black nigger ass no more. Damn it! I can't take it no more!
It was very shortly after that my adopted father threw me out of the house. I ain't seen none of them since.
Your story is just so powerful and so sad.
Real sad. I mean, I ain't gonna cry because that's gay, but it is real sad.
But I don't.
Okay.
Hey. So, Uncle Ruckus, I got like that.
Right. Okay. So that's Ruckus's backstory, right? But I know they had one more time. Oh, Lord Jesus, my baby. They had one more time.
Hey. I almost want to sample that.
All right, okay. Okay, it is still funny, right? And now going back to what we were talking about earlier, understanding how to take comedy, dealing with stereotypes or whatever, but then making a comedic spin. And this here was Ruckus's backstory. And I did all that while I'm playing this. And if it's not here when y'all come watch it in the replay, it's because I had to cut it out because y'all know that there is Aaron McCruder's stuff, and I'm sure it has a copyright on it, so they may hit me for that. Okay. But in dealing with all of what we're dealing with, and I'm talking about the whole Uncle Tom movie, okay? And black conservatives, black Republicans, and this, that, and the other. The first one is up on YouTube, and you can watch it for free now. Okay, I saw the whole movie is up there. You can watch Uncle Tom for free. They have Larry Elder and Candace Owens and what's Jesse's last name? That motherfucker I can't stand. Him and a bunch of other people who say they are conservative, but yet they are basically anti-democrats, okay? And they want to always throw up, well, the Democrat Party is the party of slavery. They the one that had all the slaves and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, well, however their origins began, right now, that's not who they are anymore. And it seems like the Republican Party has become that. But that's all semantics and debatable, right? Yeah. Now they come out with Uncle Tom 2. And this here is supposed to take us along the journey of realizing that the narrative that black folks have been running with, they're trying to say, is a lie. Okay? They are saying that, we've been running on this thing of Black Wall Street because it was burned down and white folks came in and just burned it down and, they were jealous of black folks and blah, 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 blah. They still didn't tell that whole story right. Now, what they did tell was part of the story that I had never heard before was that after it had burned down, they said within the amount of three or 4 years that they had rebuilt. And they had they had rebuilt and carrying on and this, that, and other. My question becomes, if they rebuilt, why did they migrate from that? What happened for the people to leave? Because Tulsa is no longer what we know it to be as far as Black Wall Street is concerned. The part of the story that they did not tell was about the insurance. See, everybody who got burnt out or whatever, they got burnt out and they all had insurance, but the insurance company did not make good on the insurance policies. So that's how come they could not rebuild anything like they wanted to do and all of this, that, and the third. And it wasn't that the white children were jealous necessarily. That was secondary. What had happened was a lot of the white businesses, they were unable to afford their own. They were going under. And the black businesses were thriving because they wasn't getting the black money. See, as long as black folks was going to them, that's what kept the economy fueled. But then when we had our own, the children, honey, they wasn't getting that black dollar, so the money never turned over. So they were in debt, they were in this, they were in that. And so they were coming to try to get businesses from, and do business here. And that's where the jealousy came in because they wasn't able to get insurance money and they weren't able to afford to stay afloat. So then it became a whole big old thing to where they came in complaining. And from what I was told, that they came in and they claimed that they were refused business. And because of that, it became a shouting match and this, that, and the other, and a whole big fight because somebody called somebody a boy or whatever that was. And it became a huge fight. The black man defending himself against the white person. And then it became, oh, you stepping up to a white guy. And that's what started the riot. Okay.
Kind of like in The Color Purple when she said, hell no.
Right. Exactly.
What did you say?
Right. What did you say? Hey, could you pump that crude in your castle? Right.
Hell no.
I said, hell no. Okay. And that was ridiculous. You know what? Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Leave that alone. Okay, because that's going to take me on another tangent. But But yeah, all of that. Okay. So that's the part of the story that they did not tell in this part 2 of Uncle Tom. Okay. They also wanted to get into the idea that, we were a thriving people, that we were not the lazy, shiftless children that we have become. Okay. And that part I agree with. We were never that. But what in this particular movie, they keep saying that we keep subscribing to, and that all of us are just ignorant and don't know the history of that. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up.
You can tell by people's. Okay, when you look at a culture, right, and how they move, whether they're growing or digressing, right, you can look at the change. Like, okay, like where we from the Midwest, okay,
right.
Do you remember a time where you could work a full-time job? Everybody who worked a full-time job went home, showered, changed clothes, ate dinner, and went and hit the streets to wee hours of the night, got some sleep, and went back to work again all week long.
Right.
As the generations got lazier and lazier, it stewed all the way down to like Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it used to be
right. It used to be every night, because that's how we kept our businesses up and running, because we were going to our clubs, our stores, our that, What do you think the Jew joint was? The Jew joint was, that's what it was. That's what it was for. If you had a little tip, because a lot of us did not grow up, our people were not the ones beating our wives. That came later.
Right.
That came later.
But where did they get it from?
Right. That's a slavery move. Okay. That came later. What we end up doing instead was we left. We left the house. Let me go get me something to drink.
Saturday night, the Italian New York thing from when the Saturday Night Fever movie came out. That's when the mentality went to Saturday night was the #1 night in the entire United States of America.
Right.
That was the party night. But then you partying and you ain't going to church on Sunday.
Right.
Transition how people, it's like it got lazier and lazier to the point. And if you remember, the party night back in the day for our elders, people that was over us, was Wednesday night, like the night.
I was just going to say that was always that was hump day, yeah.
Yeah, it was a Wednesday night. They playing bid whist and poker games, stuff going on.
Yeah.
See, people don't understand the transition of humans. That's just like if you go down. I tell people all the time, pay attention to your surroundings like you never paid attention to them before. And the best way to understand that there has been some type of doggone complete change of the narrative, complete switch in the omniverse, is go down there and visit these old historic places like Dr. King's in them house they grew up in.
Right.
We can't walk straight through them doors. The doors were narrow.
Right.
The house tiny. You
better say that out loud.
People were smaller.
Yes. God, yes. Ain't that the gospel?
Right now, Naomi, okay, look, let me tell you. My wife is a good size, okay? She's perfect. But if she walked through that house, she'll swear she was big as all outdoors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I tell people all the time, the world adapts to us.
Yeah.
You understand? It adapts to us. Doorways are twice the size they was then.
That's right. God help us. God help us, honey. Listen, when I was going with my child Brandon, honey, I was helping him. He wanted to. Mama, could you come with me? I'm going house shopping. So we just before he found his house, there was a few houses when they talk about what year this damn thing was born, was created.
Yeah.
I said, no, we can't do nothing with this. People have smaller feet carrying on. Trying to go up them goddamn steps. This damn thing, I'm so glad I'm not claustrophobic because number one, I'm here. Number two, the
It's
step
with
is
arrow.
so motherfucking that way. I'm like, bitch, I will fall up and down these things. My feet too damn big. I can't even navigate the steps.
And the stand-up shower was half the size one is now. I try to tell folks, y'all don't pay attention to nothing. A big steak back in the 70s was 16 ounces.
Right. It sure was. Yeah.
That was a huge steak.
That was huge. Yes, God. Yes, God.
Come on, man. People,
yes,
y'all
God.
better wake up, bro.
And even now, but you know what? Because I'm laughing because I still remember this girl saying this in my head. It's the way how she said it that just tickled the shit out of me. Prior to my surgery, right? Y'all know my appetite, honey, I could eat the world, okay? And every morning when I was over
Not exactly. Go ahead.
Huh?
You said you could eat the world. I said not exactly. Go ahead.
Depending on whose world, honey. Anyway. Anyway. Anyway, I'm over here. I was working at the Western Atlanta Airport, right? And every morning, I would go up in there and, I would have them cook me breakfast, because I was getting off. And, child, I would get me like a 3-egg omelet, loaded because I did an all-veggie omelet and carrying on. I would do bacon. No, at the time I was still eating sausage. I had sausage links, the omelet, grits, and hash browns, right? But the plate was huge. It was the 12-inch plate, not the platter, but the 12-inch plate, right?
So on your 12-inch plate, you ate the links. You didn't ever eat patties.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, that's what we used to do it. Oh, that's how we used to do it. It's off note, but we used to do that when we used to go with breakfast with the football team. We'd be like, see who gonna order links.
Okay, right. Oh, but you know what? Yeah, because that was a telltale sign. Not now the word is sus. Now, that's a little sus. But no, back in the day, we said that was telltale, honey. That was a telltale sign. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But what happened? What was her name? Started with a G. Was it Glenda? Gloria? I think it was Gloria. She came through, right? Because she was in the sales department. And she had come through. And I was sitting down just about to I'm finna get into this damn thing. She said, "Oh, wow, that's a big breakfast."
He's so stupid. What's wrong with him? Man?
What? I said,
what is wrong? What's up?
Oh, child, that took me out. I was like, wait a minute, what? She said, "Ooh, that's a big breakfast." I said, "Well, I'm a big guy, honey. This here is going. This will be enough, But when my point that I'm making is, at the time, that was, but back in the day, when you think about the color purple and how, and our grandmothers, when our grandmothers used to cook, they had umpteen children, so they would always make enough so that way it's enough food for everybody. Because you always hear, okay, well, yeah, she made pancakes and waffles and sausage and bacon and eggs and grits, and everybody did eat everything.
Right.
She made enough so that it was something there for everybody to eat.
Let me tell you something. Moving from the Midwest to the South. Okay. Let me tell you something. I come down here to visit, right? This before I lived here. So we visit somebody, a family, relative,
Hey,
whatever.
darling.
We get there in the middle of the day.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand me? I'm talking about 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
The lady of the house done cooked fried chicken, fried catfish. She had greens, macaroni and cheese, and done made biscuits from scratch. I see her cutting them with the cup.
Right.
And we sit down, and I'm like, that was really nice of her to cook a spread because we was coming in. So we sat down and we ate. Now, this is the middle of the day. So while we sit over there, I'm sitting there like, okay, they do it like this in the South. Okay, I see it. Okay, that's good. So the end dinner conversation, you know what? Well, that wasn't dinner. That was lunch, really. But the end conversation was, what time y'all be back for dinner?
Right. Hello. Right.
And I looked like, nigga, I can't eat nothing till the next day.
Right.
So I was looking like this. I said,
right.
So me being the ignorant nigga, I said, dinner? I said, well, what was this?
Because you had the fried chicken. Right. Right. And catfish. Okay.
Right. What was this?
Right.
She said, oh, no, I got pot roast going and this and that. And I'm like, and then I changed, I got some yams. I'm like, what?
Right.
This is the part where I had to be quiet and be grateful.
Right.
Because we leave there, you just ruined the first day because we ain't trying to go nowhere but to sleep.
Right.
So now you go to the room, you change the shower from the trip, and all that. And
right.
You're full of all outdoors, you fall asleep. You get up about 6 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock, and you go back over there, and the whole table laid out like soul food, the movie again.
Okay. Right. Okay. Because first game, it wasn't like it was. You were damn right on that.
You said what?
She said you better weight test that spinally ass furniture before you buy it, or you go through the floor to hell.
Oh, and you know what? That's another thing. The furniture game.
Yeah.
If you buy cheap, you're sitting on the floor. If you buy it, you're sitting up high.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if you're sitting on the floor, there's no support in between there. One plop down and you broke all the boards in there. Right. One plop, anyway, all the boards broke because it's made out of pressed wood.
Yes.
But if you buy real furniture, it's oak wood.
Right. Oak and cherry, mahogany.
Yeah.
You know, teak. Okay. Right.
But these folks will tell you, oh, yeah, all 4 pieces, $7.99.
Ooh.
As soon as you get there, the love seat do a split. I ain't figured out how your love seat do a split.
Right. Okay.
What's that about?
Child.
And then everybody is all on 6 feet and taller. People more taller than they used to be. They ain't stopping at 5'1" no more.
Exactly.
So all these tall folks, it take an act of God to get up out of doggone cheap piece of furniture.
Oh, wait a minute. We ain't gonna talk about the aerobics. We're not gonna talk about the furniture acrobatics, honey.
Right. They should call it Lowrider by Ashley.
See?
Right.
Okay. Because number one, as a tall man, sitting down on something that hits when you're on the floor, An office, even some of the friends at the donor factory that we got, I said, "Oh no, I'm looking at that. That's already on the floor." Okay, you ain't got but what 2 inches of damn of leg on the chair. What are you talking about?
That's like when I go over there to 3M Creative Studios, right?
Yeah.
Here in McDonough, all your media pleasures. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But if you go over there, when you sit at the engineering booth, everybody in there is like 5 feet tall, the other engineers. I come in there 6'1". They got the seat on the floor.
Yeah.
So before I sit down, I got to pop the thing and raise the seat.
Right.
I'm like, bro.
Right. Right. Okay. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Wait a minute, what you say? Old folks be slick calling you corn fed, but on the sneak when they telling your big ass is big. Yeah, that there is so true. But a lot of that, what the point that we were talking about the houses and carrying on, is that, you know, and then we're talking about understanding the times that we're living in and how times have changed. This particular Uncle Tom too, they're going back and a lot of the black conservatives, and I just built, I'm sorry, that snuck up on me. What they're trying to do, they're trying to
that lady with the Nat Turner situation, did she come out and say she lied?
Which lady?
Nat Turner.
I think so.
If I thought I heard some discussion about she finally said she lied.
No, we know Emmett Till's finally said she lied.
It was Emmett Till, wasn't it?
Emmett Till, yeah.
I was thinking about lied. Okay, yeah, it was Emmett Till.
Emmett Till said she lied. Nat Turner, you know, Nat Turner was the abolitionist, and what I love about
I was looking at my box. I was thinking about my boots when I said that by accident. Yeah.
I gotta wear mine. You're not having worn mine yet.
Come up October. I'm in them.
Okay. You know what? I need to find out when was his birthday. I need to look at that. Research department. If y'all up in here, give me Nat Turner's birthday.
Right.
Okay. And I'm a segue because yeah, I'm getting a little off topic, but talking about Nat Turner. One thing about what I love about watching the movie, if y'all have not seen Birth of a Nation, y'all really need to get into that, because that there, especially for those of us who are believers, okay, you really and truly need to understand why you call yourself Christian by watching that movie.
Yep.
Okay, because we all know that Christianity was a religion and a belief system given to us by the overseers and carrying on. And there's something that's up on. I got to refine this because a girl sat down and it's on either Instagram or TikTok, and she gives a history lesson of why the colonizers, as she called them, were hell bent on making sure that everybody who came from the African continents and carrying on at Haiti and things were converted over to Christianity. And that's because of the Haiti revolt and how they won. And a lot of them, we hear the word voodoo and everybody thinks that voodoo is evil and negative, you know, but that was their religion at the time. And when the voodoo priestess came out and did whatever rituals and carrying on, they won and they defeated those armies and carrying on based on their faith. And so because of the colonizers not understanding and carrying on and were trying to get the up and up, they made them convert to Christianity within 7 days. And everybody who didn't, they ended up killing them, or there was a consequence. So that's why there was such a push to be such a Christian nation, according to what I need to get her sourcing and carrying on, and I want to go read that for myself and research that. However, it sounds real good. It sounds good. But I know with the Nat Turner movie, when we understand that okay, we had got the opportunity to read or whatever the case may be, very, very scarcely, but they were renting out Nat to go talk to the slaves, and they were telling him what to preach to them. So everything became slaves obey your masters, blah, 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 blah. So we have been in this particular bubble. Now, what I love about what is depicted in this movie is that when Nat Turner went up against the overseers and they were trying to go scripture for scripture and realized that they couldn't use the word to intimidate him because he used the word right back, that's when shit got crazy. That's when it got crazy. Okay. That's when it got crazy.
Right, but every conquering situation we've ever had in the history of Afro-American existence is when we use their own poison
Their
against
own shit against them. Hello, you know my line, but I got wait. I'm gonna see if I can find it because I don't even want. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this line, Jesus. Let me see if I can find this line, Lord. I got to find my line. I got to find my line, honey. I got to find my line. Okay, and I'm a pin it up here so that way when I have it, um, uh, 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 no, child, they're not gonna give it to me. I'm gonna have to go and find it. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. Here we go. I got it. Yes, I got it. I got it. Wait a minute. I got to download it so I don't want to share it. Wait a minute, I'm gonna have to share it. Let me just share it because it's gonna take me too long to download it. Or maybe not, because I'm gonna load this. But I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. Okay. I'm just gonna do all this, child, because this here, y'all got to get this. Y'all got to get this. This here, I'm sorry. I'm having a little fun, and yeah, it's the joy juice today because my first swig, honey, it was too big of a swig. Okay, and I said, "Oh, this gonna hit," and when it hit, it's gonna hit. Yeah.
Mom, you crazy.
Okay. However, y'all ready? Hold on, let me put it up in here. I'm gonna put this clip up in here, and this. Wait a minute. Oh, that's why. Okay, I got it's not in the spot that's supposed to be. It's in the other one. Okay.
What's the name ain't kicked in?
Huh?
The woman's into it.
There we go. All right. Give it a second. It's coming, y'all. I promise y'all it's coming. I'm gonna play this little scene, honey, because this scene, honey, is everything. The last line that's gonna get it. Okay. And I'm gonna cut when I redo this, I'm gonna cut this last line. Okay. Because y'all got to catch this now. Catch this. This Miss Petunia, honey, at her best. No, this ain't the best scene. The best scene is my other scene, honey. When she and Lena Horne, honey, go at it. But this here is the scene. Okay. Y'all ready?
Good morning, Petunia. You're looking mighty happy this morning.
I was till this minute. What you and Dude coming around here for, Jim Henry?
We is devotees of good singing.
But you ain't here 'cause you're music lovers.
We was just wondering how little Joe was getting along.
Well, little Joe just getting along fine, thanks. Doc Jones says he'll be up and about real soon, and I'm seeing to it he don't get mixed up with you and your crowd again.
That suits us. But there's a little business matter we'd like to take up with him.
We didn't want to bother little Joe till he got better, but it's been over a month now.
Very thoughtful of you, and I suppose this business matter is money?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have the IOU right here for...
$4, and you?
$6.
Well, Jim Henry, you being such a big-time sport, you wouldn't take advantage of somebody like me who don't know nothing about gambling, would you?
No, no, no.
Well, I tell you what. Suppose we shoot your dice for, I think the phrase is double or nothing for that money little Joe owes you.
Now, that sounds fair enough. And to show you that we mean you good, we're going to let you roll them.
Do you mean I can throw them down there on the ground?
Yeah, sort of out of the way.
I see. Now, I got to practice a little bit.
Oh, that's perfectly all right.
A one and another one.
That's me time.
Is that bad?
Ting good.
A two and a one, what's that?
That's bad news again.
Look here, ain't there no good news on these things?
Oh, yes, the number's there if you was lucky.
Something tells me I ain't lucky. Let me see you roll them, Jim Henry.
Anything to pleasure a lady. You got your money, ain't you?
Why, of course.
Well, all you have to do is to lay your money on the ground. Well, coming at you. Your announcer is Jim Henry. Big natural dice.
Uh-uh.
What's the matter?
I changed my mind. I think I'll roll them myself again.
But you passed the dice to me.
I know, and now I'm passing the dice back to me. And these same dice I had before, ain't they?
Oh, yes.
Well, all right, you ain't
But you don't want to tire yourself out.
Oh, ladies first, Jim Henry. Never forget your manners. This time is for keeps. 7. Ain't that funny how my luck done changed all of a sudden? Well, I guess I'm just dumb and lucky. That takes care of you. Business, little Jim Henry. Now, dude, put your money down here so I can take charge of you, son.
I think I'm going to let mine ride.
You must have thought that I didn't hear myself speak. Read 'em.
Lem.
Correct. Switch dice on me, will you? That's the stuff you've been pulling off on little Joe. Now get out of here, you two chisels. If I catch you here again, I'll set the door on you. Oh, Lord. Please forgive me for backsliding. But sometimes when you fight the devil, you got to jab him with his own pitchfork.
Is that bad? That's my shit. That is that bad? I think I'm rolling myself again. But you passed the dice, and now I'm passing them back to me. Mind your manners, Jim Henry. This time it's for keeps. Oh, wait. This is a... You must not have heard me speak, honey. Put your money down here so I can take charge of you, son. Read them. That's my shit. Oh, Lord. This is the after all that. Lord, forgive me for backsliding. But sometimes when you fight the devil, you got to jab him with his own pitchfork. Boom. That's the line. That's the line. Sometimes,
yeah, but the face,
when you fight the devil,
the facial expression when you going up, the rabbit got the gun.
Okay. Baby, oh.
Gotta hold them loaded dice.
See? Right. Baby, that's my shit right there. So, yeah, that's the line I was trying to get to, y'all, honey. Sometimes, honey, when you fight the devil, you got to jab him with his own pitchfork. And that there, honey, all of our adversaries, particularly when we're dealing with systemic racism and carrying on, and we're dealing with the colonizers and the oppressors and things. And sometimes the oppressor is not always the white children, honey. And sometimes we want to oppress ourselves with those of us who got a little piece of change or whatever, those of us who think we became so sedity and so that way, to where we deny others the opportunities to advance and to move forward and carry on. You throw it right back at them. No, I'm gonna use your words. This is what you say.
Well,
And that is the whole idea of with the Nat Turner movie.
Let me ask you this question. Hypothetically. So if a group of our brothers and sisters got together, right?
Yeah.
And our brothers, and we go over somewhere that's predominantly without melatonin.
Melanin. Mm-hmm.
Right. Where they sleep on things.
Melanin, honey. Right. Yeah. Yeah. But how'd you say when they sleep on it? How'd you just did that? You're so stupid.
But yeah. But you go to one of the farmers, right? Pale-faced McDonald's. So you go to him, right? And you steal his chicken, right? And you steal his crops. You know what I'm saying? You go in there, you take all, you go in there and just steal all the stuff the stuff that he'll be out there working hard for. And then you cook it all up on his property and offer him a seat at the table. Are you wrong?
Oh. Here's where this is.
I took all your stuff and now I'm offering you a meal.
Right, but you took it. Okay.
Isn't that what they did?
Yeah. And that there is where it is. Because I mean everything that we have, and this is why I'm having a problem with Uncle Tom too.
You want me to be thankful for letting you eat my own food?
Right.
Thanksgiving.
Right. And see, that's the other thing. We celebrate the holidays that we celebrate. Thanksgiving it wasn't what we sit up there. Oh, this is a beautiful time of the year where we're thankful and blah 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 blah. Baby, do y'all realize what Thanksgiving really was? Okay, that was the lamb to slaughter meal, honey. That was the Last Supper. Okay, that was the Last Supper. Thank you for showing us how to take care of this land. Thank you for teaching us how to heal ourselves because they were dying. Them children were dying. They came over with yellow fever and all these other damn illnesses in Canada. They had to show them how to get well because they're bringing diseases over here that were trying to kill us, or at least the natives. That is, So they had to show them how to get
hold on.
well.
Slow down. Did the light just go off your head?
Huh?
Did the light just go off your head?
Why'd you say that? Come on. Go right there. Right there.
Who bought what? Huh? Because I don't remember no niggas saying, "Hey, let me stop mixing this together and make COVID."
I know. Oh, fucking no monkeys.
First and foremost, monkeypox is not the monkeypox. They blamed it on monkeys to doggone segue it towards Afro-Americans because they always doggone had the label saying we look like monkeys.
Boom.
It really comes from them doggone laying the pipe to them sheep out there in the field and cow tipping.
The monkey just jumped right out of me. I don't know what happened.
So, you know what? All I'm gonna say about that is bad. Right, so,
Oh. Okay. That there is the T. That's T. That's TTT. Okay. But yeah. All of that, I know we're putting some humor and stuff onto it, and I know but it's a serious topic, children. And in order for us to digest it, we got to break it up and get a little serious in it, because have a little humor to it, because otherwise, child, it keeps for the most part we end up going into bitter stages and bitter ideas and carrying on, and we don't know how to matriculate above it. A lot of what
I must just jump right out of it. I don't know what happened.
okay, I didn't mean to do that time. I didn't mean to do that time. I didn't do that time. I was moving my mouse, and I was laying out my thing.
Yeah.
I hit it. Yeah. Okay. Anywho, then that threw my train of thought. I forgot where I was going. Okay, because that threw me. But nonetheless, we have to be able to get ready to digest this so that we can bring about some kind of relief or a plan of action that's going to get us into a space to where we can have some kind of upper hand. Uncle Tom too, discusses about, us having, when we were business owners and what it is to have ownership and carrying on. It talks about that we as a people in the 40s and 50s, and basically what they're getting at is everything prior to the civil rights movement. Okay. When prior to the civil rights movement, we were thriving, we were working citizens, we didn't take welfare, we had our own businesses and carrying on. Now, what they didn't talk about was, yes, Tulsa was one of the areas, that was a Black Wall Street kind of thriving or whatever, but they did not discuss that every place that had a thriving Black economy like that was centralized, became neutralized some kind of way. Now they didn't want to talk about that. And that's the part that pissed me off, because the narrative that they're trying to give, I'm going to beat his ass. This goddamn DC is too much, honey. I'm so depressed. I just found out that the head of the donut maker at Krispy Kreme died. I'm going to beat your ass, DC. Not the head donut maker at Krispy Kreme, honey. You can't get your hot light no more, honey, by the head donut maker, baby. Okay, you should have been friends with him to get the recipe, child. Anyway, they don't talk about how at one point that it was thriving, how it became neutralized, because we had a plethora of African American cities and little communities that were thriving with Black owned businesses and carrying on. And that's what they're trying to focus on. They're trying to say that a lot of people now, when we talk about systemic racism and when we talk about the economy, Black economy and carrying on, that we are following a false narrative. They are saying that, we're following and believing a false narrative and don't want to believe the truth, because they're saying that we're lumping everything up and saying that racism is the cause of this and this, that, and the other, when they're saying no, because we as Black folks, we always been a thriving people. We've always been middle class. We were never a lower class people until we stopped doing for ourselves. And that's what they're trying to say. And they're trying to call everybody else this, that, and the other. And they're also trying to say that the goal is to make capitalism great. Okay? Because here's something that came out in the movie. They're saying that Booker T. Washington, is responsible for Harlem, the economy. Okay? Harlem, because, he was the one that came up in there. A lot of folks who were buying land and carrying on, opening up to Black folks to get homes and this, that, and the other. Booker T. Washington was the head behind that. Then he's saying that W.E.B. Du Bois came in And W.E.B. Du Bois is why Harlem became the fail that it was, because basically W.E.B. Du Bois was about socialism. So they said, trying to say that he sold out to the white man, trying to sit down there and say that socialism was the thing, and they have bring in big government and carrying on and have all these social programs, when being capitalistic and having your own and this, that, and other should have been the way that we go. So now we got this socialistic, capitalistic thing going on. And I believe that the proper answer is a marriage of the two somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because the socializing, the socialistic stuff can happen from those who claim it to be capitalists if you put something aside that's going to take care of the community. So you can't be so busy worried about focus on your damn coin so much to where you do nothing for the community. Ain't that what we saying about these businesses now? You can't be in my damn community and all you doing is taking my damn money. But when it comes down to getting these schools together or getting these kids together, the back to school, there should be nowhere in here that anytime we do a back to school drive that somebody got to come out of their pocket for something. We should have to go to every business in our communities and say, listen, we doing a back to school drive. Would you donate to this cause? Because they're going to get the tax write-off for it anyway as a community donation. No, nothing in our community that we build should deny the community growth and carrying on, especially when it comes down to helping the community. Every business should be able to hire within the community, should be able to support it, and should be able to have some kind of philanthropic fund set aside to help those who are in need. And don't just do it on damn bank.
Excuse me, for those who didn't understand that, that's for philanthropists and philanthropy motions within the community. Go ahead.
Okay. So that's where we are. You know what I'm saying? And this movie, Uncle Tom 2, it pissed me off because that's not what they're talking about. You know, it's now becoming this whole thing of, you know, a black conservative happens to be a capitalist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gelling with that 100%. You know, I'm not gelling with that. And then of course it goes back to the whole Republican versus Democrat bullshit.
But
and I'm like, listen.
Hey, at the end of the day, Meech, there's really, let me tell you something. The Democrats, the Republicans, the nationalists, the conservatives, all that right there are titles to hide the real doggone meat and potatoes of, which is the dollar. Wherever the strongest dollar at is where it goes.
Oh, okay, I can't fuck with that because you right.
That's what it is. I have grown up. First I used to be all tightened up about that stuff, and then I just grew up to know that, hey, whoever can line their pockets the most to outline the other one, that's just who won. That's just who it is.
Right.
There's no office that's never been purchased, and I'm sorry, nobody's gonna tell me nothing different.
What's never been purchased?
There's no office, no seat, and nothing in politics that has never been purchased.
Oh, okay. No, look at it. And I'm so glad you brought that up because I was going to talk with DC about this. Why is it that every election costs so much fucking money to run? I'm so tired of getting these damn text messages. I donated one time because I believe in donating to the campaign, right? But they tell you, is this an ongoing thing or is it a one time? Right? You say one time because that's all I got. Okay, I'm gonna give you $50 to this campaign. Go get them, honey. Okay, go get them because I believe in you. Well, damn it, every day. I've been getting something from Stacey Abrams, okay, with who I believe in. I've been getting something from Val Demings. I've been getting something from Warnock has not done the text messaging, but other little peoples. Okay, I even got the opposition, starting to send out texts and emails about donating to the cause every day. Oh, we missed our goal today. We got to get this $100,000. Our goal was set at $150,000. Or whatever, No, they into the millions because Marco Rubio done made $5 million or whatever, and we $150,000 short of making this goal, so we can make sure that we in this fight to win. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing to where it requires this amount of money? Because basically, like you just said, you buying the motherfucking seat. You know what I'm saying? You buying the damn chair. Where in the hell is all this damn money going? In the trash, because I swear, if y'all send one more motherfucking flyer through the mail that y'all know ain't nobody reading, that's going directly in the trash. Child, up here at the mailbox, that shit don't even go in the house. It's either on the ground or in the goddamn trash thing. So you are literally throwing money away to win a motherfucking election. And that there, I don't understand that.
They only spend a third. What I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. They're spending 59% of every donation, right?
Right.
Every donation. It's 59% of every donation is what they spending on a bunch of mess, or they hide it and washing it through things that never get done. Okay. Teamsters on the game. That's contractors that say they do the potholes, right?
Right.
You get an estimate. Okay, I need Gobby Road repaid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now Gobby Road, they go out there, they assess it. They got the guys out there with the little tripod. They looking to see how the thing is going. All that. Okay, they see how they doing. They see how much. I found out they even go down to the weight of how much gravel they need in order to make the dog.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
The whole engineering scientific thing to do that. Okay. They come back and say, okay, well, we'll run these 6 blocks for $150,000.
Right.
Okay. That's cool. They get the invoice. In the meeting, they tell them write it up for $300,000.
Uh-huh.
They give them $150,000.
Right.
Not $150,000 to distribute to the top 3 people.
Right. Okay.
$1,000. So if you got 30, 40 contracts every other month, every 2 months like that, then these people are secretly money that you never see. They're ghosting $1 million a campaign.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Hold on. I said 59%. The other 41% that's sitting over there, guess where that's going?
Where?
That's putting it into paperwork and showing overhead as if they're paying light bills and everything, and they only spending a third of that on payroll and light bills and all that, and the rest of that goes
right.
to guys that's hustling off the other part of it. So if you want to money's going, the money is being washed right within the same doggone political campaign that's being put.
But here's the thing: why is it that we as a people, why is it that we have come to accept this as normal? Why is it that we're not challenging this? Why is it that we do not get up and say, listen, what the fuck is this?
Meech, how many of them damn meetings you've been to? How many of us you see there?
And wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Don't make me run off my own damn camera, goddamn it.
Right.
Don't you make me run off my own shit. Okay.
I'm just
My great granddaddy built a thriving black business community because in 1895 he was the first person to sell reefer.
You heard that?
DC, I'm gonna beat your ass.
You know what? I'm gonna block him.
Listen, just know I got I'm gonna use a whole 1 pound box of spaghetti. I'm gonna use regular spaghetti. Okay, I ain't gonna use no goddamn lasagna. I'm using regular spaghetti. No, I'm not. I'm gonna use rigatoni.
Right. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
You put it back up.
Hold on. Listen, my great granddaddy built a thriving black business community because in 1895 he was the first person to sell reefer.
Okay, I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm gonna beat his ass.
You hear me? One of our regular fans be on the DC. He always got something crazy to say.
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Hey, Cupcake said he might be telling the truth.
No, unless he part Cherokee, honey, we wasn't smoking like that, child. That was the native child. That was the wampum, honey. Okay.
Hey, you know what I'm confused on?
What?
How did the nickel bag go from 3.5 grams to 0.5 gram?
Listen, y'all see this? I'm not fucking with you. Y'all see this every Wednesday, honey. We do everything College Park and the South Side, honey. Me and DC, the guy that we talking about, honey. We are Mix106radio.com, honey. DC, honey, he is on the money train, child, every day over there.
DC, what's up?
Mix106radio.com, honey. Y'all join me over there on Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 12, honey. We over there all the time, honey, cutting up. Y'all like to tell on me, honey. See, now that I'm over here with him, see, y'all don't know how to come. Y'all ain't got shit to tell over here. But y'all go over there with him all the goddamn time, and y'all come calling him talking about, did y'all know what he did and all this old bullshit. Kiss my ass. Okay, but tell all you want.
Hey.
Just come over there and watch the show.
Hey, tell DC he got to have me pull up on you one day, one of the show.
Come on. Come on over there on the Wednesday, child.
I had to pull up on. Be funny.
Okay. So that there, again, all of this, that is about what's the child? That's the Uncle Tom 2, the movie. Okay. I'm telling y'all, I'm over it. I'm really over it, and I'm over it. Okay, huh? I got it. I'm coming. Now, let me do this because I haven't taken a commercial break, and that's cool. Except for it mix. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling the children today. Okay, and I know I'm not under contract with them, so I could do that. Otherwise, if I was under contract, I had to do all that. But here, I'm gonna play this because I'm pissed. Okay, I'm pissed, and the reason why, well, it'll speak for itself. Look at this stupid ass shit, y'all. Look at this.
Getting a haircut a couple of seats away from me. It's a weird time to do that. He's standing up in the second row right by Curious there. Now we've seen everything. Something tells me they're looking for a camera. They found one. With the Louis Vuitton.
They at the motherfucking Wimbledon. The last game with Serena just played.
Yeah.
They at Wimbledon. Doing this fuck shit.
Okay, wait a minute. They at Wimbledon.
Yes.
The prestigious tennis game. Was he shaving his head? I saw that right. He was shaving his head.
Wait a minute, one more time. I'm going to get it.
Getting a haircut a couple of seats away from me. It's a weird time to do that. He's standing up in the second row right by Curious there. Now we've seen everything. Something tells me they're looking for a camera. They found one. With the Louis Vuitton.
You are so close to the match. You are in the motherfucking second row, which means you paid money for those tickets. Do you know what them tickets were?
Right.
For the last time to see Serena Williams play. Now, I don't know what match this was. It's just 17 seconds of a clip. Okay. But you are here doing this kind of fuck shit. And then it happens to be black folks.
But
okay.
No way, other way to hood up the Wimbledon. I'm saying, well, couldn't think of no other way. Out of all the years, all the years, that's been a prestigious tennis match. And you couldn't feel, you like, hey, wait a minute. We ain't never put no niggertum in it. I need to go shake some niggertum into the Wimbledon play, okay? You got niggas playing, so I need to put a little hood in it, right? So he goes, Nate, do you know this dude sitting there getting his hair shaved? Second row at the dog on Wimbledon tennis. Huh?
But catch the stunt.
All the crackers watching.
You in the second row. And you hear the announcer say, wow, he has on a Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, he had a Louis Vuitton cape on. His barber had a Louis Vuitton cape over while he was sitting. Huh? Look around you, though. You look like a whole period at the end of a sentence, bro. Ain't no black people around him.
And that came to me off of Instagram. That's from Nona Hendricks. Put that up on her Instagram. Okay. Nona Hendricks from LaBelle.
Right.
Okay. Put that up on her Instagram. She said, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
He got to be somebody. Who is that?
I have no clue. I don't know. At this particular point, I don't care. He's somebody got some money because he didn't pay for them tickets.
They looking like, what the hell are you doing?
Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me see. Research department. Let me see. Let me see who up in here.
Somebody got to that is.
Now y'all Uncle Tom finna start doing it. Y'all feel Caucasian persuaded you right start getting their haircut.
Yep. You heard what you said? Cupcake said that's gonna be the trend because they copy everything we do. Somebody white finna have great clips up in there cutting their hair.
Oh, okay. Now they're gonna have a Flowbee.
Not a flow.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, they kicked his ass out.
See? They kicked him out.
Yeah, this is off of CBS. Okay, wait a minute.
He started trying to get kicked out. That place right there. Come on, man. You just about cut off shorts to a tux show. Huh? I believe they would have kicked him out too. At that level of what that's Grey Poupon Sports.
Here it is. There was no shortness of entertainment during the Nick Kiroses and Karen whatever. I'm fucking up these last names. U.S. Open quarterfinals match on Tuesday night. Not only did fans get to watch 3 hours and 39 minutes of action, followed by Kigiros smashing 2 rackets, but there was also a hairy development in the stands. A man wearing a Louis Vuitton barber cape was spotted getting a haircut in the middle of the second set. Wow. It's still unclear how he and his barber snuck the Clippers into Arthur Ashe Stadium. People around them seemed amused at the unusual event, but the fun was over as soon as security spotted them. When someone saw it, security went to the 2 individuals. They were escorted all out of their seats and then off the grounds for disruption of play. U.S. Tennis Association spokesperson Brendan McIntyre said per CBS News, "There's a first time for anything," end quote. The man getting his hair cut is Gideon, a popular YouTube prankster with 5.84 million subscribers. This was not his first tennis match, nor was it the first time he did something out of the norm during the Grand Slam event. Gideon, or however we pronounce his name, got a lifetime ban at Wimbledon in July for his antics during the quarterfinals match between Jannik Sinner and Novak Djokovic. That's it, Djokovic. After that one, he posted a video about how he snuck in an air horn to show his support for Sinner. He might not be able to return to center court, but Gijan got terrific publicity from that prank because the video got well over 5 million views. Gijan's U.S. Open haircut was also not the first during the live sporting event. Earlier this year, the YouTuber who sometimes refers to himself as DeMarcus Cousins III was getting a haircut while sitting courtside during the game between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks. This was on March 25th, so perhaps it was time to freshen up now. Barbershop appointments must be getting really hard to make a difference. As different sports fans decided to get a haircut during the game between the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays in August. So now you're starting a trend. So somebody else done did it at the other game. So you a YouTuber doing stupid shit.
Making money.
Making money because you got 5.8 some odd million folks watching this old bullshit. See, this is why can't nobody take this shit seriously. This is why I'm having a hard time trying to get folks to sponsor us and deal with shit, because you got these motherfuckers who doing shit and the general public say that's what they want to see. What kind of world that we're living in to where we're doing any and everything for the glory of being famous and getting likes, getting subscriptions, and ultimately saying that I went viral.
Bro, they went back to the 57 Chevy backseat. Hotels ain't making no money no more. The kind of world we living in, a girl fall in love on the car.
Right. Okay. I'm outdone, Chad. I am completely and totally outdone. But listen, I was gonna go to the cards, honey, but that story there just done fuck me up. Okay. But that's all right. We do all that. Listen, if I have time tomorrow, honey, I'll probably do a big meets moment tomorrow for the Saturday show, because I'm going to take a gig. I got to go make a couple of extra coin because, honey, we're on a mission. We're on a mission. We got to get a grill, honey, and carrying on. I'm still debating on whether or not I should put this YouTube page up. I mean, not the YouTube, but the GoFundMe. Because we got to get 50K up in here. This is a $50,000 smile. I showed y'all my smile.
Me trying to get 50 up for the smile.
Okay, y'all see her? We're gonna do either. Y'all should do number 2. Y'all like number 2?
Not without toilet paper.
What? Wait. He said, not without toilet paper. I'm gonna beat his ass. Fuck it. He said, not without toilet paper. But we got to get our smile back together, honey. Y'all know I do entirely too much talking, honey, not to have no grill. And shit, I can't enjoy my favorite meals, honey, like I want to, honey, because the bitch can't chew. Okay. She swishes and swallows. Oh, wait a minute. That didn't sound right. That didn't sound right.
You know how to swish and swallow. Huh?
She said mouthwash. Is that bad?
Oh, need to be nice.
You need to watch.
How many came in?
Woo. My. Okay. Wait a minute.
Who was that?
Marquis said it instantly.
You told me yourself?
Walk out the
room. Okay. Oh, that's my cue. All right. So listen, darling, we're going to let you guys get back into your own world, honey. It is a Friday night this evening, honey. What you guys got up for the night, child? Okay, y'all still got time to go bumper curl your hair, straighten it out, press it out, or whatever you're gonna do. Get a quick read, real quick, honey, to sit down there and get them tracks right. Okay, let it lay flat or whatever. If you're gonna go let your hair down, do not wear the hoochie mama dress tonight, girls. Not tonight, honey. Say have your cleavage show, but not the hoochie mama dress, child. Make sure you got some wonderful low pumps, honey. If you're gonna wear your heels, do not wear your road stompers unless you got your socks or some isotoner pumps or isotoner little footies in your bag, honey. Please, ladies, I cannot stress that enough. Please be ladies and stop looking like goddamn urchins walking around these damn nasty, disgusting ass streets with your bare feet because your shoes hurt.
And if it's moist or it's a lot of wetness around where you at, make sure you take your rubbers with you.
Right. I'm just going, right. What he said.
You got to cover up so you don't get your feet wet.
Right. Okay. I can't stand to see that. Oh, that just bothers the hell out of me when I see girls walking in those nasty ass streets, child, and you barefoot because your shoes hurt.
Yeah. I hate
and you got enough sense to put, at least if you don't get the cute little isotoners, the little sandals, the little slippers, honey, to put in your purse that matches your dress. If you ain't got enough sense to do that, at least go get you some anklet socks to put in your goddamn purse, so that when you're ready to take them shoes off, bitch, you can sit down. If at the bare minimum, flip flops.
Newsflash: when they detox all the dirt and stuff from your body, they do it from the bottom of your feet. Message.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. So, on that note, honey. Okay. I can't. That bothers the hell out of me, Jeff. Down at the donut factory, you used to be coming up in here, coming through the door, holding their shoes. And it's all across the board. It's just not a black thing, honey. It's all across the board. But when I see white women do it, I see them as being country, because they come in like that. I'm like, okay, you are country ass.
One pet peeve on that same note is, who told y'all it's okay to put your feet on people's dashboards or out the window of a car? Where did that come from? Why is that okay?
It's okay because bitches are crazy. And I'm gonna put that just on bitches, I'm gonna put this on motherfuckers too. Bitches are crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, you have no sense of protection for yourself. This thing, we sit up here going through all of this. You are not protected. You ain't in your seatbelt. You got your feet on my motherfucking dash. And then when I turn around and look at you, get your foot off my dash. You want to get an attitude, bitch? I will pull this car over and yank you out. And please dare me, honey. We'll play the Pointer Sisters all day. Just dare me, honey. Baby, make your move. Step across this line. Okay.
I'm a quiet dude. When I see you do something like that, I'm quiet. I will pull up, put it in park, reach across you, open the door, and shove you out and take off.
See? Right.
Figure it out.
So that bothers me to no end, honey. No end. But okay, so that's our public service announcement, honey. Ladies, listen. Keep some socks or something in your purse, child, for when your feet start hurting. Okay?
And when it's wet, wear your rubbers.
You see what I got?
Protect yourself, honey, at all times. Okay? Protect yourself at all times. So, honey, listen.
You want to show a picture?
No.
No. Put your rubbers away.
I can't.
Go sit your ass down. She just got to have. She wanted some attention today, honey. She's been trying to have mother-daughter day, honey. So she figured she'd just be a part of the show today.
That's tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
okay, well,
She
we're not
wanted my
paying-
daughter tag.
We're not going to pay you though.
Okay. And she keep telling me, "Oh, that's tomorrow." Like she done set my schedule for me. I know she
That's
did
tomorrow
not.
from 9 to 12.
No, it is
9
not.
9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
No, it is not. Honey. We're not gonna try to work.
Lady.
Yeah.
This is a 6-foot conversation. Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you, go to bed and go put them kids and put them to sleep.
Anywho. Yeah, we will let y'all go, honey. So you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished. And you have been dishing tea with, honey, Big Meech and the big guy ally over there, honey. That's the big red fella, otherwise known as Minister Hayes. Okay, from the Passionate Riders Outreach Ministries. Okay, on behalf of Aunt Nikki, who is not here with us today, and we thank you, we love you, and we thank you for showing your support to us, honey. If you love us like you say you do, honey, like, subscribe, and share. Tell all of your friends, your family, honey, those that you love, those that you hang with, your crew, honey, all of them children. Tell them to come on over here. Like, subscribe, share, honey, so we can keep the conversation going. The purpose of this is to make sure that it stimulates conversation on your end, so y'all can take it to the next level, honey. Come and get your own epiphanies and carry it on. Revelations, affirmations, and confirmations, or whatever the case may be. But
Big Meech.
If you hate us, didn't like what I said, mad about it, in your motherfucking feelings, and all that jazz, honey, you can tell all your motherfucking friends, your enemies, to like, subscribe, and share, and do all the other things that we just talked about, honey. Because one of the things that I need you to understand is that everything that we are doing over here at 3 The Hard Way, the syndicate, honey, will move forward in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, honey. So on that note, honey, as y'all can see, honey, I'm feeling rather cute, honey. The bottle is almost gone. And I'm pretty good to go up in here and get into another movie or so, because something else just came out, the Queen Latifah thing. Queen Latifah and Ludacris just came out today on Netflix. So we're going to get into that, darling. So having said all that, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets because the tea has been dished down. You've been dishing tea with Big Meech. So in the meantime and in between time, honey, we will see you guys the next go round. And wait a minute, honey, hold on. I got to make sure I get the right thing going. Tell y'all know this is how God humbles me. Because I think I have it right. And then, so on that note, honey, wow. And
more.
Right. See, honey, yes, baby.